Hey everyone, so we're going to talk a little bit about troop balance and how to maximize damage while minimizing losses. Um, so first off, when you balance your troops, you want to look at what their health is. So these statistics here don't account for any captain power, equipment, bonus damage, anything like that. But if you are doing, some math and some calculations to try and figure that out, if you go into your troops here, you can see what all your bonuses. So right now, this archer has, 400% strength, 330% health. But if I were to, so none of these give any bonus to your army. But if I put in the day with some, basic equipment, now that archer has 600% strength and 500% health. So you can get a better idea of what their strength and health is going to be once you put, the heroes that you're going to use in. So again, if I take her out, actually I'm going to put in Carter. I want to get some tar, so I've got my tar set up here with all this and Carter and even a little bit extra tar there, right? Tar production 8% just with one piece of equipment. So anyways, so now I know how to look at, what the health is and what their bonus is going to be, so how much health they'll have. So say I leave my troops, like this here. I've got about 400,000 leadership in this, stack, and I think that's more than a day has. Yeah, she's got about 23,000, so I don't know why that's so high. So it seems a little bit off. Oh, right, my HP target's way too high. I think it was 82. $83. 85. Close enough. 86. There we go. So now it's at 21,337. And what was a day at? 23. Anyways, close enough. I think my other ones is using, about the same. So with 21,000 leadership, if I had T2 all the way to T6, that's 17 stacks. And if I put those stacks at exactly this amount of troops, so I had 3,185 tier 2 archers, I had 1792 tier 3 archers, 989 tier 4 archers. You look at my total power for each of these stacks, so 3,185 tier 2 archers, their total power or total strength, not counting bonuses and equipment, is 286. And tier 6 archers, to get the same amount of power, is only 305. So, but they take a lot longer to make and more silver and so on and so forth. But that's your balance. So let's look at an example like Doom, right? Doom has 4 stacks of monsters that you fight again. An even better example is our little Hellforge guy today, right? This epic squad only has 2. Oh fuck, he's only got 1 left. People have really been killing him a lot. I should attack him a bit more. He's only got 1. So the more stacks you have, because he's only going to kill 1 stack at a time. So let's just go back to this and Doom with 4 stacks. So we have 17 stacks and they all have the same amount of strength. Round 1, Doom kills your first stack. Doesn't matter which stack it is, it's got the same strength and health as all the other ones. Then your squad attacks. Doom attacks, kills another squad. You've only got 15 left. Then, you deal more damage, and then all of these rounds, you're getting attacks off. Then Doom kills 4 more of your stacks. But they're small stacks. Then you get more attacks off. And this actually lasts for 60 rounds. Sorry, 57 rounds when he kills your last stack, right? The total damage of all the damage you've dealt with all these balanced stacks is about 11 million. Now, remember we said our total leadership, about 21,000. So that's what my max is with a day. And I dealt 21,000. However, you really don't want to revive this because, these tier 1 troops, they cost the same amount as tier 6 troops to revive. And you don't revive 3,000 of them. You just don't. So this is not reviving your troops. And that's how much damage you dealt. So here's another example. Unbalanced. So now I'm going to use only tier 5, right? So I go in here and I say, hey, I've got, this tier 5, so I'm going to use some of these, some of these, some of these, and I'm not going to balance it, right? I'm like, oh, that looks good enough. Some of those, right? And that's my max, but they're not balanced. So in this example, I'm using, 6,000, 5,900, 4,000, 67 griffins. And this is their total power and health. So you'll see right away that my riders have more health. They're going to get attacked first. So if, Doom attacks first, he kills my riders, right? I had 4,000 riders. They have the most HP. They get attacked first. I lose all their damage. Then my next strongest squad attacks, which is my archers. They deal damage. Doom kills them next. Then my spearmen attack. Doom kills the spearmen. Griffins attack. My total damage is about 6.9 million. So this is just 4 stacks, unbalanced. 6.9 million. And you're still reviving, if you're reviving them, 2134 worth of leadership. All tier 5. So now here's actually less leadership. So if you look at this, less leadership means less gold to revive them, because they're all still tier 5s. But look at the balance, right? Their total health and total power is the same. So I've used 5250, 5250, 2625, and 273. And that means they're all the same. So if I'm going to revive all these tier 5 troops, because the total leadership is less, there's actually less of them than if I had to revive all these. But what happens when I attack Doom? So first off, Doom attacks first and kills one of my stacks. It doesn't matter what stack it is, they all have the same health and the same power. Again, not counting equipment and champion or heroes and champions and that kind of stuff. Captains. So then you attack, you deal damage, he kills somebody. You attack, you do damage, he kills somebody, you attack, and he kills last. So you get 3 attacks off, but the total damage is 8.1 million. So what happened here, not balanced, you did 6.9, yet you used almost more troops than if it was balanced, and you're doing over 1 million more damage, and you're actually spending less to revive. Also, interestingly here, like my starting damage with this unbalanced stack, right? This is 11 million. That's the total power of all these, right? The sum here is 11 million. Look at this balanced one. This is actually, because it's less leadership, only 10 million. So I actually start with less starting damage, and I dealt more because they're balanced. And if I go back to my first example, my starting damage was only 4.8 million, because using tier 1 and tier 2, 3, 4, they just have less damage for the amount you get, but my damage was way more because some of these squads got in 3, and this last squad on round 56 actually got 4 attacks in because I stacked so much. So this is an example of 17 stacks, all balanced. Now imagine you're not just using your guardsmen, but you're also balancing, you're not balancing just guardsmen, you're also balancing your monsters, you're also balancing your mercs. And what you do with your monsters and mercs is have them have slightly less HP, just a little bit less, than your guardsmen, which actually isn't that hard to do. Have them have less HP, and then if you're doing an attack like this, the Doom is going to kill all of your guardsmen first, because they have more health, yet your monsters and all your mercs do more damage. So this is how to troop balance when you are fighting, and how to minimize your losses and do the most damage is have lots of smaller stacks of multiple tiers to do lots of damage, but you just don't revive them. Or if you are going to revive, you do want to only use your strongest troops, so just your tier 5s or your tier 6s or whatever you have, but don't send random sporadic amounts. Definitely balance them. So if I want to, just as an example, attack Doom, and I was going to attack here, I know that, let's just go 2,000, 2,000, 1,000. I know that this is balanced because horse riders are always double the health of and double the strength of the archers and guardsmen. Now that doesn't account again for your health percent from bonuses, but that's roughly what would happen. And then you do the math for what griffins, how many griffins that is, whatever it is, 197. You don't send all of them because these guys will get attacked and killed first, and they won't do any damage. And then it's a total waste because this guy will kill every single one, every single time. That is troop balance and how to deal more damage rather than less damage by balancing your troops and actually spending less on reviving. Just showing you that that total leadership is actually less than my unbalanced total leadership. All right, bye.